what lies ahead for Daniel? You know from previous experience. What's he getting into again?
He knows himself now, though, Jim.
Yeah.
So he knows how hard it is, how tough it is. I believe the first fight with him that he'd had enough. Daniel Dubois is now coming to a different stage in his career, where he's understanding now of what needs to be done and what's at stake, showing that he can overcome difficult times in fights now. And I think the victory over Anthony Joshua is going to propel his confidence levels to an all-time high. So I think he's well in this fight. I think he's a super dangerous challenger, and he'll go into it with a lot of belief. But I believe that belief will get shrunk as the rounds pass and as the shots start getting landed on him. The questions will be asked of him again. Alexander Usyk.
July 19th, Wembley. 2 champions, 1 crown. Alexander Usyk, the undefeated tactician, returns to defend his WBA, WBO, and WBC titles. Across from him stands Daniel Dubois.
Normally he's a freak. He's the genius that boxing needs. This guy is, I can't put into words how good he is at what he does, Jim, but ultimately all good things have to come to an end. Eventually, yes, but I just don't think Daniel Dubois is the man to bring it to. Again, I think by late stoppage, if not points.
Stoppage?
I think he can stop him. Yeah, I just think he figures it out, X. It's what his mindset and the frequency he's on is a different level to everybody else. It's like this guy's gone up against a 6'9" monster in Tyson Fury and figured him out. Yeah. This guy's gone up against one of the biggest punchers in boxing in Anthony Joshua and figured him out twice. He's already beaten Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois is a big, strong guy, immense power. I give him all the credit in the world, and he's overcome many demons, but he hasn't shown us yet that he can get this job done over 12 rounds, and I just don't.
The rebuilt powerhouse holding the IBF belt and a score to settle. Their first clash? Controversial. A borderline body shot dropped Usyk. The ref called it low. Moments later, Usyk rallied and stopped Dubois in round 9.
As I mentioned at the start, I'm here for the rematch for Alexander Usyk, Daniel Dubois. Second time. The first time they fought, Dubois got stopped with a heavy, stiff-looking jab from the southpaw position, and people questioned his desire and heart for the game, saying that he kind of quit. I mean, he did get dropped with a right hand, and he did just stand up in time, like 9 seconds, and the referee waved it off. But he had a really good fight. He really did give Usyk something to think about. He hit him with that low blow. It was borderline. It wasn't straight in the crown jewels, but it was a low blow, and the referee declared it no knockdown. And a big fuss and song and dance was made about it being a low blow. Frank Warren made a big deal about it, and fair enough. I mean, Dubois put Usyk on the floor, and it was borderline, and you've probably seen everything. It was ruled a low blow, so it didn't go in Daniel Dubois' favour. Usyk got 4 or 5 minutes to recover, climbed off the floor, and then ended up stopping Daniel Dubois with a solid right hand. I think it was round 9, and yeah, won the fight, defended his titles. But this is the rematch, and Dubois is a different animal. He's a better fighter now. He's had some great wins against Gerald Miller, Hrgovic. He absolutely splattered Anthony Joshua. We've seen that fight, and he's now full of confidence. He's on the crest of a wave, and he's a guy now getting into the ring really, really solidly, believing in himself. He's like a new fighter. He's now IBF world champion. He's not beaten the champ to get the title. It's like
many said Dubois quit. Now he's out to prove he didn't. Since that night, Dubois has been on fire.
You're the champ. Alexander Usyk's going to face Daniel Dubois in England in Wembley. Who do you think wins that one?
I like Usyk. In regards to yourself, are you going to just sit back and see what happens with Dubois and Usyk first?
Yes, because I want to sit down and watch it. So, give a shout to Daniel. Good luck anyway. You'll be fighting a guy who's very on point.
Why I'm saying that, because I learned box from my brother who's Saxpo. Not only learn from that, but I know how to stop and cross the ring. But Daniel Dubois does. I was respecting the Usyk to get beat by Gypsy King, but I was surprised, shocked. He beat Gypsy King twice. And Joshua is good, he's a tough guy, but he doesn't know how to cross the ring. That's the reason why you see Usyk is schooling them. I think Daniel Dubois will never change. He'll just keep his style, but Usyk is more higher than him, and he's going to keep the same thing, same stuff. Just try to avoid that box shot.
Finishing Jarrell Miller, flattening Filip Hrgovic, and shocking Anthony Joshua.
Fantastic fight regardless. Obviously Dubois had a bit of growing since his first time out with Usyk, so yeah, it still makes for a very intriguing fight, but I do think for the most part it's pretty much going to go the same way. Not to take anything away from Daniel and his progression over time, but ultimately I just think Usyk is a hard man.
I think Dubois will beat him. That's my early prediction. I know a lot of people will obviously fancy Usyk, and rightfully so. And as much as I like Dubois and think he's getting better and all the rest of it, I'd like to see Usyk win. I think Usyk's a great fella and a great fighter, but I think Dubois.
I think it's a very good fight. It's a very good fight because obviously they met before. Obviously, you just have to see what Dubois turned up and what Usyk turned up. Obviously Usyk's very consistent. Usyk's very, very consistent. Dubois has been consistent, but he's had some inconsistency in his career as well. You know what I mean? Obviously the two ones that stick out is against Usyk and against Joe Joyce. You know what I mean? But obviously, but Usyk has always been consistent. There's fights where he's been hurt, fights he's been, wobbled and stuff, and he's such a consistent professional. You know what I mean? But Dubois has got power and he's got confidence, and right now he's flying high at the minute, so it's hard to pick a win.
His confidence is sky high, but Usyk is no ordinary champion. He's a chess player in gloves.
Make of that fight the rematch. I think it's the best fight. I think they're the best two heavyweights in the world, and there was a bit of controversy with the last time, which goes with the grain in boxing, doesn't it? A bit of controversy, but no, I think Daniel's got a better chance than he had the first time. Yeah, what with the win off Joshua, that his confidence is massively up. Well, when he fought Usyk last time, he come off the defeat from Joyce, and but now he's absolutely flying. He's got as good a chance, better chance than.
I saw something about Usyk saying that he thought Conor Benn won the fight. I don't know if this is true. I can't imagine that he watched that fight and thought that Conor Benn won, because it's just, I landed twice as many punches. But people are telling me it's true. If that's the truth, then I'm low-key rooting for Dubois.
Team Dubois, absolutely. Yeah.
Because that's crazy. That's really crazy to me. And I've met Usyk a bunch of times and we've always been cool, so it was
calm, precise, battle-tested. He's outsmarted Fury, outworked Joshua, and silenced doubters every step of the way.
I'm thinking he's ready. He's been through the trials and tribulations. He's the King Slayer, and he's got the power. He's been there before, so he was just there. He knocked the guy down, so he knows what he needs to do. So it would be great for him to do it. Another man do it for Great Britain. It's not an easy task, but he's definitely the man that can go through with it. He's done the work, he's gone through the pedigree, and he's a certified champion. So, I think he has big hopes on doing it. He's gonna do it. So it's definitely his place. He's at home, he's focused, he's determined. This is his dream. So, there's nothing stopping him.
You were there that night in September last year when he took on Anthony Joshua in front of 96,000 people. Were you shocked by what you saw that night?
Not shocked. I knew Daniel had it in him. The fact that he had the confidence to go out there, even the ring walk, I could tell was pretty solid going out there. And I was very happy for him when he won, because that shot came from right field and it met its target. So
Tony Bellew says it won't be close. Lennox Lewis thinks Dubois knows exactly where to strike.
Surgeons of Daniel Dubois. It's been beautiful. It's been amazing. He's been able to change the minds of those who doubted him. And the big win he just got over Joshua.
Everyone's watching. Will it be Usyk's brilliance or Dubois' revenge? Drop your predictions below. Tap that like button and subscribe for the latest updates. This is more than a title fight. It's a legacy moment. Be ready. Wembley will roar.